Hello, I'm Frank Buchholz. I am the North Langley Community Director for the Greater Langley Chamber of Commerce. I'm pleased to be helping with the videos that the Chamber is doing with Langley City and Langley Township candidates for council. And we are doing this as a service to help voters get an idea who they can vote for in October 20th when the elections take place. Michelle Sparrow is with me. She is running for Langley Township Council. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your background and why you're running for council.
Great, thank you very much. Hi, my name is Michelle Sparrow and I'm excited to be running for my third term on Langley Township Council. I was born and raised in the township and I feel lucky to be raising my 4 daughters in the same community which I grew up in. I'm a local small business owner and every day I'm excited to meet and work with our residents. It's been an honor and a privilege to share my passion and my perspective on Langley Township Council. I feel like I've made a positive impact within our community and I'm excited to keep making a difference. Some of the things I've worked on, which I'm really excited about, that I got to see come together this term, was my continued work on our citizen engagements, including a new online budget simulator, the creation of a policy requiring council to set a yearly strategic vision and goals, and the creation of a new community amenity contribution policy to help with the funding needs our community experiences from growth. So that's a little bit about myself. I hope you can check out my website and find out more about me. I've been a strong voice on Langley Township Council for the past 7 years. I've stood strong for what I believe in, even when it was difficult, and I hope to continue making a difference. And I'm excited to be here today to answer some questions.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Thank you for coming in. The Chamber has looked at the issues facing candidates and facing the incoming council. And one of the things that we know is of concern to all residents of the township is transportation and transit. And the township continues to grow and the population grows. Our transit opportunities are minimal and transportation is challenging with a lot of tie-ups on the roads. What do you see as the top priorities for the next township council in terms of transit and transportation?
Good question. It is certainly been an issue and something that we on council have been working hard on. It's something that it's a collective voice that the local communities, Surrey and Abbotsford as well, have joined our voices in that. We have just recently at the past UBCM conference actually had a meeting with the ministers in regards to the widening of Highway 1 and the need for that. And we did sort of go in on that with Surrey. The city of Surrey was there, Abbotsford as well, and we brought our voices. And I think it is a collective voice that needs to continue to push for the funding and push the NDP government to continue forward with that initiative of widening Highway 1, because I do believe that's a constant area of concern for commuters and people in our area.
In the area of transit, also collaborative approaches needed.
Absolutely.
Because TransLink and the Mayor's Council really are the ones that are making the decisions.
Yes.
What do you see as the highest transit priority for the township?
Yeah, I absolutely. I think the light rail initiative that Surrey has done and that seeing that come into our community and link up through to the SkyTrain network as well is an important initiative that I think the funding and the plan is in process. It's again continued to be those strong voices to ensure that the funding and that we're not forgotten, given that we're sort of at the very end of the line. So that.
Yeah. So it's important that the township speak up.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Now, housing is a big issue for a lot of people as they consider who they're voting for in this election. A lot of people are finding it hard to buy. They're finding that rents are going up, and in some cases their homes are being destroyed for new development. And of course there are homeless people who don't have any homes at all.
Absolutely.
What do you see is a way that the township can really make a significant impact to ensure that there's housing available for people who need it?
Well, I think it's really key is making sure there's a variety of housing as we go through our planning process and as we look to the neighborhood plans and we continue our growth, that we need to make sure that there's a variety of housing so that there is an affordable option for people, so that those first-time buyers can enter into the market and move their way through. So I do think that we need to continue making sure that we're we're planning for those variety of mixed-use residential options so that there is those options that are affordable.
Is there anything the township can do in terms of like streamlining the development process?
Yeah, so we have done some initiatives this last term in regards to affordable housing, putting in incentives for developers to build and have in their development set aside affordable units. So certain incentives, certain waiving of development costs, and initiatives to kind of help the developer incentivize them to build those affordable units or to have a specific amount in their development that is marked or earmarked as affordable.
Okay. And last, this can be a brief answer if you like.
Sure.
How would you see the business climate in Langley improving, and what can council do to make it a friendly place to do business?
Well, I think a good thing is having those conversations and finding out where those red tape items are and where things are that we can remove and barriers that we can remove to try and streamline and almost sort of get out of the way of business to be able to do their work in the township and not have us make it too difficult and onerous for them. So I think that's always a conversation with the business community about ways that we can address and sort of tidy up things that make it easier for them to bring their businesses here and do the work and do the business in our community.
Well, thank you for coming in and chatting with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Don't forget